Ow.
Breathing in, breathing out. How you been? You settled down. You feeling right? You feeling proud? How are your kids? Where are they now?
I like that about Noah Kahan's songwriting. It's like normal words, like words you would use in a conversation. Breathing in, breathing out. How's your this? How's your that? Yeah, it's just like very conversational. I'm sure you love Noah Kahan, and that's why you clicked on the video. Welcome to the channel. And I'm, of course, going to check out his collab on this song, Northern Attitude, which is such a cool song, with Hozier. Yes! I love him so much. Cool voice, again connected, but much more breath flowing.
Don't want a mic stand just hanging around.
Keep me where the light is.
Yeah. Thank you so much for clicking and spending the time with me today. I do analysis, if I'm new to you. I do analysis on singers and performances, and sometimes even a little bit on music videos, even though that's not my forte, but I have some experience in it. And I like to talk about what makes it good. What causes you and me, the listener, to love the song? Let's go beyond just, oh, I love it, it just makes me feel good. That's fine. But how about saying, I love that song because technical things, musical things, lyrical things, production, in other words, how the track was built. What are the elements? What is the theory, actually, behind the heart of the song and the track? So that's what we do here on this channel. And I have become a huge fan of Noah Kahan. And I was surprised I sort of knew, but I forgot. And I discovered again today that he's only 27 years old. And I say only, you and I both know of lots of young, singers who got famous at 13 and 14 and 15. That's not the norm, though. But yeah, I was watching some podcasts, some interviews that people had with him and heard a bit of his backstory. He's really intentional about raising money. He founded a non-profit to raise money for mental health issues because he struggled as a child. And he talks about how grateful he is that his parents could afford to and did see that he needed help when he was young, from 8 years old. From 8 years old, he started seeing therapists and whatever. So his messaging in his songs are very straightforward to me, although he uses beautiful language to describe what he says. But the messaging is pretty straightforward. It's talking about relationships, talking about how things make him feel, talking about depression, talking about coping, those kinds of themes. I'm a huge fan of this sort of folksy style of his writing. And of course, he's got a really interesting voice. So this song is in E flat. Breathing in, breathing out. He's got quite a light voice, which means it's a voice that really sounds good in a higher pitch range. And he writes so well for his own voice. Obviously, I guess, but on the other hand, not everybody does. And even when he speaks, you can hear it's a very specific kind of voice. But yeah, I'm a fan. He's got millions of fans all over the world. Just not too long ago, had 2 nights sold out at Madison Square Garden. That is no mean feat. So, and then of course on this album of his, Stick Season, he partnered with a number of other incredible singers on some of the songs, turned it into duets. In this case, Hozier, of who I am also a huge fan. So yeah, this is the first bit, pretty straightforward. Let's continue with verse 1.
You build a boat, you build a life. You lose your friends, you lose your wife.
So that's interesting. It was on the guitar or sort of smaller string instrument. In the first, the intro and the first verse, and now da 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 da. Just one chord on the first beat. It's so empty. What does that do? So this is production, right? So this is a choice that he made. Excuse me, in how he wanted to record the song and what he wanted the end result to sound like. So very intentional, just one chord instead of that sounds like Mozart. But anyway, you know what I mean, like the finger picking. It was busy like that, just sort of one instrument. And now it's gone, just the first chord. What does that do to you and me, the listener? Well, for me, it makes me lean in. It makes the words that he is saying in that part stand out even more. And it's interesting because normally this kind of thing in the production of a song happens later in a song, often in the bridge or in the last chorus or something. But here he is doing it right now, and it makes us listen to the words. Love it.
You settle in to routine. Where are you? What does it mean?
And then space, a whole bar of nothing. I love the different layers of guitar.
If I get too close and I'm not how you hoped, forget my northern attitude. Oh, I was raised out in the cold. If the sun don't rise till the summertime, forget my northern attitude. Oh, I was raised on little light.
I love that. I was raised on little light. Such a clever way. Normal words, everyday words, little light, but put in a way that is so clever and poetic and makes you think about what it says. So yeah, I read up a little bit about what the song is about. Sometimes it's hard to find. So I think some of the bigger artists are more intentional of telling the story behind a song, and you can find clips and shorts and TikTok and whatever videos. But I couldn't find much. But I think it's just pretty straightforward. It's about a relationship, and it's like the person who speaks in the song just says, "Look, I come from a very cold place. There wasn't a lot of sun. Raised on little light, so forgive my northern attitude." Yeah, just relatable, right? Straightforward, relatable. And of course, in this chorus, him and Hozier sing in unison. What does that mean? They both sing the same pitch at the same time. That high G4. So easy for both of them. But I love how they record it. Obviously, this is a studio recording, so it's mixed perfectly to how they want it. But they sing in sync so beautifully, the two of them. They have a similar kind of application with their voice, even though their voices are slightly different. I think that's one of the things that Noah thought, hey, let me ask Hozier if he would be interested, because I think he knew what those two voices would sound like together. So now, I think the second verse is going to be Hozier.
You bought some shit, you search online, you're getting lost, you're getting high, all alone, late in life, scared to live, scared to die.
Don't you love his accent? He's Irish, as you will know, might know. I love how he did the da-da-da up to the high G. Both of them, I think, let me say one thing at a time, that'll be better. Both of them have great control of their voice. Both of them knows how they want to apply their voice to express what they want to express, so artistically, but they've got the technical tools to do that. It's one thing to say, I really want it to feel like that and to sound like that, but if you don't have the skills, like muscularly, and the muscle memory to do it, then you won't be able to express that part of the song the way you want to. So they both have skill. They both understand their own voices really well. But Hozier has a bit of a richer tone. Noah's voice is more thin. Nothing wrong with it. Neither is good or bad. It's just a type of voice. Noah's voice is more thin, a little bit more one-dimensional in a sense, the kind of sound. Not that he doesn't play with his voice and do different things, he does. But just purely the sound, the tone that he produces is a little bit more one-dimensional. Whereas Hozier's voice, there's more resonance in the sound. It's a slightly bigger voice. It's a fuller sound. So it feels different, doesn't it? But I love it.
You build a boat, you build a life.
Again.
You lose your kids, you lose your wife. You settle down.
Wife.
You're feeling lost. You're getting stoned, then kicking rocks.
I love the progression in the lyrics. You know, you find a wife, you build a life, you buy a boat, and now it's sort of saying your life's falling apart, you lose your wife, you lose your kids, you're older, you're sitting by yourself, you're buying lots of rubbish online, trying to fill some void. Again, for me, it's so relatable. I love it. And it's a typical singer-songwriter style that Noah Kahan obviously does, that makes us listen. You can't just put it on in the background. Well, you can, but you can't really enjoy it like a common pop song, a more straightforward pop song, and just put it on and just get vibes. You have to listen. I really love that about his songwriting. You have to listen to the words to feel what the song is about and to enjoy the song. So storytelling. Beautiful. I love those silent bars. B flat 5, baby. And the kick.
If I get too close, then I'm not how you hoped. Forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised out in the cold. If the sun don't rise till the summertime, forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised on the line.
So in that chorus, it seems like they're singing duets. So they're singing different melodies. Sounds like Hozier is singing. It sounds like Hozier is singing the higher melody line and Noah the lower one, which is interesting. But it creates a specific kind of sound. But there's, of course, a number of vocal layers. Could you hear that? Very fat or very ambient reverb on the vocals. They almost sound like they're in the distance a little bit. Creates that effect. But also other vocal layers. It might be them doubling and singing other harmonies. But I just love how the two voices go together and what it sounds like together in that chorus. And now this funky little instrumental bit. B flat 5. High. Tambourine.
If you get too close, and I'm
One
not
guitar.
how you hoped. Forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised out in the cold. If the sun don't shine till the summertime, forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised on
I think Noah sings the high line, the higher melody line. So cool. I love when they put things like that in the track, the actual track that goes onto the album. Them laughing and saying sick or that was good or cool or whatever. Yeah, I think it sounded like Noah sang the higher line and Hozier the lower one. But anyway, just a great song with normal words, but so cleverly used, so cleverly written, the lyrics. And then, like I said, a style of production that makes you listen to the words. And just the vibe of the song, I love it. And I love that they have these silent bars every now and again, just 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, go down, and then get back into it. And the percussion is so simple, just a doop, 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 that sort of muffled kick, and then the tsk, tsk of the cymbals in certain parts. But it's mainly the levels of guitar, the different levels of guitars that are in the track that gives it the feel, that folksy feel that it has. But I like that there's not too much going on in the track, in the production. Just what is necessary. And I think that is a skill that not all singers and their producers have. So yeah, I think this is really beautifully produced. I actually saw a live version, a video of them singing it live, but it was just like a fan video, so the audio quality was rubbish, so I didn't want to use that. But man, they seem to have so much fun on the stage. If you've been to a concert of either Hozier or Noah Kahan, let us know in the comments. How was it? Did you love it? Was it as much fun for you to be there as it seems to me who watched it on a screen? I'd love to hear from you. Please give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for spending the time with me. Until next time, I want you to remember that your voice matters.